Good morning, investors. Welcome to the beautiful day of Wednesday. This is the Real Estate Investor News Channel. Thank you guys for following us. So please be sure to subscribe. So for today, I got three amazing news today. For the first story, we got Blackstone buys 1 billion mortgage portfolio from a German bank. We're going to see what they bought. And again, a lot of people are running from real estate, but Blackstone is not. Blackstone continues to buy. For our second story, we got five apartment markets posted rent growth of 3% or above, and the rest have not. So we're going to see which markets are those and why that is. And then for the third news story, if it loads, we're going to discuss the fastest growing places in the U.S. in 2024, 2025. This is a report that usually U.S. News comes out with. So we're going to be looking at that. Before we get into the stories, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Spotify, or wherever you listen to this. But yeah, that's the way we grow. That's the way you support. So let's get right into it. For our first story, we got Blackstone Real Estate Debt Office bought a 1 million loan portfolio from a German bank that has felt the effect of commercial distress in the United States. They acquired 11 senior mortgages from Duche. I don't know how to speak German or read German, so don't mind my French here. Douche Frambrief Bank, a real estate finance focused bank that was at the center of concerns that distress in the U.S. commercial market was affecting Europe lenders suffering record low shares earlier this year. So I just wanted to point out something. I mean, first of all, this bank is probably trying to manage that portfolio all the way from Germany. Maybe not because they're big portfolios, so you assume they have people managing that on site. But obviously, if the headquarters is not here in the U.S., it makes it more difficult. Which speaking of smaller investors like us, that is the risk of having a long distance real estate. So yeah, but of course, then you got somebody like Blackstone, which is local in New York, and all over the U.S. They went ahead and saw the opportunity. They know they can probably improve it, by raising rents, whatever that is. Obviously, they bought it at 1 billion, and they can probably increase the value by raising the rents and improving the property. So that's it for that story. For our second story, we got only five apartment markets posted rent growth of 3% or above. It says here, only five out of the nation's 50 largest markets saw rent growth by 3% or greater for the year ending in May 2024, according to RealPage. These cities were Milwaukee, which rose to 3.5, Washington at 3.3, and Kansas City at 3.3, Cincinnati at 3, and Greensboro at 3. Other cities saw higher than normal rent growth, including Cleveland at 2.9, Newark, which is New Jersey is already expensive, at 2%, 2.7%, Chicago at 2.7, and then Columbus as well, and Indianapolis. So we're seeing kind of like the Middle East, North area, uh, some rent growth, but I assume it's because no, actually, I do not know why. Let me see if they actually go over any of that. They really don't go over any of that in this particular post, but I know for a fact Cleveland's rents are super low. Now, obviously, in compared to other areas, but also the real estate is also um, not that expensive. So that could be why we're seeing some rent growth in the city. But then again, 3% is not even that tremendously. So we're still not where we're supposed to be as far as inflation is still crazy. So I don't think we're gonna see much growth after this. This is just my personal opinion. But yeah, that's that. So for our third story, we got the fastest growing place in the US in 2024, 2025. So let's look at here. U.S. News Factor. By the way, U.S. News, they do this report every year for like the top city and stuff like that. On Monday, we covered the best places to live in the U.S. Now we're covering this one, which is the fastest growing one. So, and today we're gonna go over just the top five. They have the 25, and I'm gonna put this link in the show notes if you guys want to see it. So it says here the new U.S. news factors in each city's growth due to net migration, which is part of the largest desirability score. So basically accounting where people want to move or where people the population is growing. So at number five, we got, I'm just scrolling through here. We have Tallahassee, Florida. Uh, you see a population of 239,000 people. The net migration is at 4.75%. Tallahassee is close to natural spots like forests, lakes, and rivers, and it isn't too far from the beach for a day trip. So that's one thing people are moving to Florida because obviously we are getting it's a friendly state. Let's just call it that. And it's also you got the summer vibes all year long. At number four, we got Daytona Beach, another city in Florida. Daytona Beach population increase and decrease with seasons as snowbird flocks of the same for as snowbirds flocks there for the winter months and leave once the temperature soars. So this one also has a beach, and I guess people move in and out. But then you also have to take into consideration this is where the NASCAR races happen, and obviously a lot of people go over there to visit. This city has a net migration of 4.92%. At number three, we got another city in Florida, which is Port St. Lucie. It says here it has quiet streets, lush greenery, and scenic waterways away for those moving to the area. So it looks like it's the calmer side of Florida with a net migration of 4.93. Now, notice this is not mentioning big cities like Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Jacksonville, not even Tampa. These are like outer cities in Florida, cities that not a lot of people are in. So obviously, you have those people living in those big cities probably moving out, and then you have all of the U.S. Looking for friendly states. Obviously, with the government in Florida, they're much better than other states. A lot of people from California moving to Florida and things of that sort. At number two, we got Killeen, I think that's how you say that, Texas. Finally, some other state popped up. Home to Fort Cavazos, which is one of the largest bases in the country. Killeen provides a military families and other residents with affordable cost of living, a host of public park pools, and other amenities for the kids. We have a net migration of 6.57%, a very small population of 167. So probably, like it said, cost of living is probably low in this area. So that's why that's attractive. And at number one, we have Fort Myers, Florida. And this one has year-round warmth. Of course, it's Florida. Unique Floridian flora and waterways surround the city of Palms. This coastal city is home of a vibrant downtown and outdoor activities like hiking, paddling, boat, and fishing. And a lot of people in the West Coast, they like to do all these things that I just mentioned at the end. So obviously, a lot of people are going to migrate to this city with a net migration of 6.73%, population of 109. So you notice here the median age is 45. So, a lot of people are probably looking to retire in this city. I know that's still 20 years before retirement, but again, this is the median age. I mean, there's a lot of people surrounding this age that are moving there. But yeah, that is the fastest growing cities in the US. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's the way we grow. And we're changing up the format a little bit. We're going Monday, Wednesday, Friday live because it's taking up a lot of my time and it's hard for me to do deals, be here or there. So I'm changing it to 3 times a week and touching base on the beginning, the end of the week, and hump day in the middle of the week. So yeah, be sure to subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.